So welcome back. So let's have a look at Marathon Digital, and today we're talking about a little bit more geeky stuff, but price wise Marathon is not doing much, slightly down, hovering around that $22 support that we were watching, and right below I'm watching $20 support. But before we get started, I'm gonna have to disclose this is not a financial advice. You should not be trading off of this information. This is purely for entertainment purposes. So one thing I want to talk about to begin this video, where a lot of people seem to do not understand, and even with my close friends and other people who I know just pure for investment purposes online as well, they seem to do not understand or don't even pay attention to it at all. So what is it? Market capitalization, outstanding shares. Well, I will try to make it as simple as possible for somebody who maybe you will understand, but it's if you don't understand, bro, I don't know. Let's take a look at the chart of the Mara. Okay, back in 2021-22, stock traded at the high price of $83. Okay, that's clear, right? And now stock is trading at around $22, right? What if I told you that at these two prices, company's valuation has not changed much? It is valued exactly the same as it was valued at this peak time, and here. How come? Outstanding shares. A lot of people don't understand. So, well, let's take a look at the valuation. November 2021, market capitalization of Mara, 6.62 billion. And recently at $83, Mara in 2021 is equal to $24, again, rough estimate, $24 today. It is valued exactly the same. Does it make sense to everybody? Okay, are we clear on that one? Because, guys, if you don't know that, come on. How come? Outstanding shares. In November of 2021, outstanding shares of the company was only 100 million versus outstanding shares right now, right here, is 261 million. Almost 2.5 times, more than 2.5 times. Does it make sense? Okay, now because I don't want to make this video super long, because I have to cover options and I have to cover the SEC filings. Okay, another thing, SEC filings. Come on, bro. SEC, it has to be bookmarked on your website. If you're investing, if you're serious about that, you need to be checking filings, and you should not be lazy to read filings when it comes to quarterly companies report these filings, yearly annual report 10K comes out, and especially with small caps, they will do filings, offerings, right? So Marathon Digital right here, latest filings, S3 form. Yesterday I made a video about 45 million offering. Well, how the hell I got that number? Well, they said they're about to raise 1.5 billion shares of common stock. It is a shelf offering, okay? They register it with SEC, and they can sell it throughout the year or month, whenever they want. Little by little, they can sell it, and they let this LLC do this for them, and they pay that LLC, according to this filing, 3% from the proceeds. So whoever is going to dump these shares, these guys, Wainwright Co. LLC, from 1.5 billion, they will make 3%. Okay, details of the filing. We come down all the way down to here. That's why I'm not going to read all this. So if you are not reading anything, you should not be arguing with me in the comment sections about the facts. It is stupid to argue about the facts. Okay, well, I might say something different. I might not be precisely to the dot correct, but I don't have to be. This is for entertainment. I'm not giving you legal advice. This is YouTube video, random guy making YouTube video. I'm doing it for the first, First of all, I'm not doing it for the views. I'm doing it for myself, to educate myself, because the more I dig in this stuff, the better I become for myself, because I know I will be a lot better off knowing this information, teaching myself first of all, versus creating content. Okay, there's a limit to that. So here's the offering details. Okay, up to an agreement of 1.5 billion of shares of our common stock pursuant to the sales of agreement, Wentworth sales, blah blah blah, up to 292 million shares, assuming sales of 49.5 million shares of our common stock in the offering at an assumed offering price of $30.31. Well, a couple days ago when I was watching, their outstanding shares were 222 million. And yesterday, it popped to 267. That's why I assumed that they dumped everything. But no, they didn't dump everything. But they had other shelf offerings from previous year. So they dumped those in half of this pretty much. Maybe 30 million of this. So assuming their outstanding shares right now, 267 million. And when they dump all this at the assumed price of this, it will be this much. Okay, it can be greater than this. It can be 300 million shares if they sell if the selling price is lower than this 30. It can be over 300,000. Okay, so you have to understand that part. If you don't, just read through this yourself throughout. You have all day long, and this company is clear to, and I have to be clear with this one as well. Their outstanding shares can reach up to 500 million. Okay, so that doesn't mean that they have shelf offering to offer up to 500 million. No, it's just when they went public. I think I'm not sure exact details, but you have to dig yourself. But they can issue, their outstanding shares can reach up to 500 million. At some point in the future. Okay, so that's why there's no limits about how many shares they can issue right here, right now. Okay, as long as they reach that $1.5 billion value. Okay, so another thing I want to share with you guys is bullish reversal, I believe, because this contract came in a couple days ago. I forgot to talk about this one because stock was sitting at 22-ish, I think, 2 days ago, 22.5, 23. And this guy comes in, dumps millions of dollars. How much? So pay attention to this contract right here. And again, if you don't understand, you do the math yourself. If you're gonna do the math yourself on contracts that are being bought and sold, okay, you should not trade options either. So, in my understanding, they sold 27 put contracts for January expiration next year, 7,000 quantity at $12 per contract, which means this guy is saying that stock price is not going to go below $15 by that date. And the only way he's going to lose money is if the price of that stock goes below $15. And also, he buys 27 strike, same expiration, same amount of quantity contracts, but for $9 contracts. So there's a spread, right? $3 spread. That's what he's keeping right now. And he's tying 18 million capital. But technically, he's tying like 12 million capital as a collateral to possibly walk away in 8 months with 12% return. Even if the stock price doesn't do anything here, and stock price doesn't go below, even if it goes, but it goes all the way to 15 and just sits at 15 at that expiration date, this guy still will make money. But if stock price goes up from here and it finishes at the higher price, even if it finishes at $22 level at that expiration day, this guy will make really good money. because these $12 puts that he sold, I mean, it's $27 puts he sold for $12. If stock price is at 22 next year come, well, he will capitalize most of it. So basically, it will be only $2 away from his $3 away. So these contracts will drop to $3 and he'll capitalize like $9. But you get the point. So this is risk reversal trade in my opinion. I mean, he's bullish, and today's action so far today, we still have 1.5 hours to go until market close. Somebody came in, bought June 24th, 2024, this year, $30 strike price, 1,800 contracts at $4.60, and somebody bought June, same expiration date, but $18 in the basically $18 calls. So 800 contracts, almost 840 something. So I like to see these kind of contracts where people are buying longer dated calls and in the money calls, outside of the money calls, to basically tell me that, well, there are people bullish out there and they think that this could be a support right here. But again, those positions can exit anytime. They can sell it. They can get hit as well. They can lose money. But that's the video for Marathon today. Hope you guys like it. If you're new, subscribe. Consider subscribing. See you in the next one.